Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2. I like this game. I mean, in what other game can you skate around on an invisible skateboard? Huh, well, what do you know? Apparently invisible skateboards aren't that uncommon. But in all seriousness, the remakes of these games are pretty fantastic and I've had a blast playing them, but there's a couple of bugs we may want to take a look at. Cracks me up every time. Okay, the first glitch we're going to take a look at takes place in the build your own skate park part of the game, and what you want to do is get one of these smart grind rails and kind of nudge it into the wall. Now this can be kind of finicky, but just nudge it ever so slightly into the wall so you can see it, and once you're done there, what you want to do then is try and grind on it, and if you try and do that, the game has a little bit of a freak out. Wait, did I say a bit of a freak out? Because what I actually meant was it completely loses its mind, and Tony decides he's going to go for a little fly up in the sky. Now your results may vary with this glitch. It kind of works best in the corners. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't, but it's definitely something to behold with your eyes. I'm not entirely sure what you would call this move, but it's definitely unintended. Huh, really, you think? If you've always wanted to become a pro skater but you lack the complex dexterity of all the other video game playing mammals to pull off those sick tricks, well, there's a couple of glitches in the game which will help you do just that. The first of these glitches takes place in San Francisco's Streets map. And what you want to do is skate to the Chinatown part of the map where you go to this point and you'll be right next to the gate. And here's where things get a little bit tricky. What we want to do is jump and land on top of the gate without falling off, and then we kind of want to get stuck in this part just underneath the tiled roof. Now honestly, this is the hardest part of this, but if you can just pull off an ollie underneath this gap, what will happen is you'll somehow get stuck and continuously pull off tricks, unless you land them or you fall, which is really sad when that happens. I mean, look at the score I could have had. I'm a pro skater, I can do this, I don't need the glitches to do this. Anyway, you can continuously do this until you get a huge score, and then you kind of just hold down to land the trick, and voila, you're a pro skater. Good job, well done. That is, unless you're watching this at some point in the future where they've patched this, and in which case, I'm sorry if you're lost. You can pull off basically the exact same kind of glitch in the skate park map, but there's a bit of a difference with this one. What you need to do is pull off an ollie in the sweet spot just underneath one of these grind rails, and if you do it just right, you'll actually get stuck like you did in the San Francisco map, and once again, you'll continuously be able to pull off tricks. And if you're anything like me, be continuously unable to land any of them. There isn't a single glitch in this game that could make me good at this. Honestly, there's a bunch of places in the game where you can get this kind of thing to happen. Another example being in the downtown map, if you can somehow manage to land your skater on the top of the bus stop bench, you can once again ollie into a continuous set of tricks, but honestly, this one's so hard to land, it's probably not worth your time. But hey, if you do manage to come across other spots of the game where you can do whatever this is, then go nuts. Hey, do me a big favor and subscribe to the channel, it really helps. This next glitch is in a similar vein to the ones we've just seen, but it's even easier to pull off and even more hilarious to see. This glitch takes place in the custom park waterfall, and basically all you have to do is go up this vert ramp and hold to the right, and now you're floating against the very edge of the map, and you can once again continuously pull off tricks. Or you can just do nothing and float there. This one is super easy to pull off, and honestly there's no reason to not do this for how ridiculous it looks. And you can also stop doing this. I mean, why you would want to do that, I don't know, but if you press triangle or Y, you'll actually be kind of kicked out of the wall and everything will be back to normal. But if it's okay with you, I'm just gonna continue spinning around, sideways. This is a very different experience than the one advertised on the box. If you've ever wanted to max out your character but you're like me and lazy or don't have enough time, there's a glitch that will actually get your character maxed out in basically no time at all. To begin this, all you have to do is simply go to create a custom character and then go to their stats screen. Here we now want to reduce all these stats down to their lowest point value, which will give us 40 maximum points available. This'll just take a quick second. Hi. Now with these stats all reduced, we want to back out of this menu and then go back to the custom skaters menu and then delete the custom skater we just created. Ooh, sorry about that. Next, we want to create another custom skater and then go into their stats menu, and here we're going to find something a little bit strange. All the stats visually seem to be at their lowest point value, however, we can actually reduce this even further. So once again, reduce these stats all the way to their lowest point value, and you'll see that the points available start racking up. Now, once again, come out of this menu and then delete the character we just created and then create a brand new character, and now in the stats screen you'll see that we have the maximum 80 points available to completely max out our character. character. Now, if I had to guess, I would say this is pretty much an underflow glitch where they didn't expect anybody to reduce all these stats and then delete characters, because when you do this, for some reason the points you've just made available carry over to the next character, and I definitely don't think they expected this to happen. And in saying that, this is definitely the kind of glitch they'll patch in future updates, because they don't want you messing with characters this easily. And honestly, that goes for every glitch we've seen in this episode, because they're pretty exploity and players are gonna get upset about it. But to see this episode out, here's a bunch of clips of players falling out of bounds, which is pretty common in this game, but not significant enough to actually cover in this episode. However, my good buddy She Says is taking the camera out of bounds so you can get a good look at what's going on behind the scenes if you head over to Boundary Break and check out his episode on Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2. And with that said, thanks for watching, and thank you to all the Patreon supporters who keep this channel running. I love you guys. Thank you very much for the support. See you in the next episode, guys.